Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Subject Matter. I'm your host, Stephen Jenkins, here with your co-host, Mr. Jonathan Dayton. We are experts in nothing, here to give you our thoughts and opinions on all of it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a bittersweet episode.
Yeah.
Not a bittersweet, just a bittersweet episode.
Yeah.
So, a couple years ago, we moved to a new set, which is this set. And it looked very similar to our old set, but it was not technically the same one because we were in another building. I'm gonna die because I have a cough, and I'm getting all choked up, emotional. But that space we moved out of. Well, we were here. Oh, we'll skip over that part. But we were here, and so now we actually have to move. We have to move out of this space now.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to get at.
Yep.
We have to move out of this space for sure because they're turning this place into apartments. So, who knows? Maybe in the future, you might live in the old podcast studio and not even know it because we're not telling you where this is. But we'll know. And we are announcing officially that after this episode, we are moving the podcast to an audio-only podcast. It does not make sense for either of us to try and find a space to build this again.
No.
And to be honest, I know as much as I make comments about, trying to make sure that I edit on time, it is a lot to try and get every episode edited to the quality that I'd like it to be at every single week or even every other week as we had been doing there for a little bit. And it's also just like, certain limited guests want to come on and actually be on camera. So we're moving to audio only, which means that we can record this anywhere because all we need are these things. And as you can see, they're pretty portable. And Jonathan's just trying to annoy me by scraping his mic, but it's okay. So we can do that basically anywhere. And I'm hoping that because it's audio only, we'll be able to get more guests and that the editing will just be a little bit easier and we would actually be able to be more consistent with them. I'm not going to sit here and promise a schedule, okay? I'm not going to sit here and say we're going back to every week. I'm not even going to say that we're going to be consistent with every other, but I feel as though we will hopefully be getting more episodes out than the one a year that we've been doing this year.
Yeah.
So, So, Jonathan, thoughts, feelings, tears to shed?
No tears to shed, but I think that audio only will be a better option, and we will have more guests and more opportunities. And we've talked about like doing the podcast like when we're traveling on the road, and we can kind of do that now that it's audio only because we only need the microphones in order to make that happen. I was thinking as Steve was talking, like my favorite part about this set. So I was on another podcast and I recorded it in here, and if you know Mike Rowe commented on the set and said, "What's that behind you?" And I was like, "Well, it's like our set. It's the wall." And he goes, "It looks like it's like partially finished." I'm like, "That's like the vibe we were going for." So I'll miss the old wood and stuff that was torturous to
and the truth
Jenga put together.
Right. Well, and I think that the truth is like I don't know for sure because I'm going to be tearing a set down probably next week from us recording this, and the drywall's getting pitched for sure. There's a chance that we'll save the...
Save a couple planks.
I might save at least a couple of,
Yeah.
Planks of wood, some that I think are cool. I might save them all, we'll see. Just depends if I have place for them. Eventually, I'd like to build it again. Eventually, years down the line or however long it takes, I'd like to be able to rebuild the set, especially just because I think it's kind of cool and my own personal projects I've used to film things here. So I'd like to be able to have a space like that eventually. So I don't think this is the last time you'll ever see this general concept, but it is for the foreseeable future. So
It'd be cool.
What would be
Treehouse
cool,
set.
Jonathan?
A
Treehouse set. That would be cool.
I seen one on Treehouse Masters like, I don't know how long ago I watched the episode, but like 9 years ago. Florida Georgia Line at the time, country music duo, who's now split up, but they had a sound recording studio built in the trees, and they had a whole booth like dedicated to music recording, all cork boarded up, and it was really cool for audio.
That is cool.
And that'd be cool to have a set in the trees.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, tree houses are just cool in general.
The other reason I mentioned that is I have an old tree house at my grandfather's property that I haven't used for like 5 years, and it's still in good shape. It's not in the ideal location because it's like half an hour drive, but like the building itself is definitely usable. Could be transported somewhere.
It could be. Yeah.
And
Repurposed for things. I was thinking of another house that you and I had access to for a long time.
Maybe not that one.
We don't talk about that house. That sounds way worse than it actually is.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so it's bittersweet. And for those who don't know, my personal office space is right outside that door, so I'm losing that as well. So it's all sorts of mixed feelings, but I think overall it's actually going to be an improvement for the listeners because we call them listeners.
True.
And I think that we'll hopefully be able to get some more episodes out. So if you want to be on the podcast and you're like, well, this is my chance because I never wanted to be on camera, you don't have to be on camera anymore. We can just record your voice. And if you have a terrible sounding voice, that's okay. You can still be on the podcast.
Well, that is okay. My voice is not good sounding.
And neither is mine. And yet here we are. So, but yeah. So, we're not going to spend the entire episode just talking about this. Hopefully I will have chopped it down so that we haven't spent, 10 minutes already on this. But that's the announcement. We'll hope you will stay tuned. To answer the pressing question, where will it be posted as audio only? I think probably to start out, it'll still just be on YouTube. It's just that they'll just be like a thumbnail, and that'll be it. So technically, it will still be a video. It's just that it's not a video. So, I guess, subscribe to YouTube Premium so that you can just have it in your pocket without having your screen on if you just want to listen to it. But if not, you're welcome to just do whatever you've been doing. And just know that, no, your screen isn't broken. There's no video component to it. Other than that, Jonathan, what's new?
What's new in life?
What's new in life? What's going on?
Busier than ever. I've been finishing up college, or trying to. It's been like putting on the back burner, like procrastination, to 150%.
Can relate to that.
Yeah, so that's one aspect of my life, and then working. I've transitioned jobs here in the past 2.5 months, but still also doing the same responsibilities as my old job, with less pay, which is what it is. So
Yep.
And consulting still and traveling. So yeah, it's been busy. I've had zero sleep.
I've seen
many nights.
I mean, I've seen brief parts of that, just your busyness and all the stuff that you're doing.
It's been good. It's been good. I will say I enjoy being busy, which is a good thing. Keeps me out of trouble. I always say that. Does get old sometimes, but it's been fun. I love every aspect of what I do for work, but I don't want to give it up. So that's why I keep doing it.
Yeah. At some point, you're just kind of like, oh, I don't want to keep doing this, but I don't want to not do it anymore either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, well, that's good. How's the family?
Family's good. Ember's getting old. I'm not sure when the last time she was even on the podcast, but it's probably been 9-10 months.
It's been at least that, because that's the last time we recorded an episode.
if not longer. So she's talking back now and running around and getting into absolutely everything, like any 2-year-old typically does.
I've done some event photography for you.
You have?
A couple times.
He's good. You should hire him.
And whenever I, because she's often at the events that
she is often there. She's almost every event that we get to.
She is a huge ham for the camera, and she does a very good job of, playing it up for the camera. I don't know who she could possibly get that from.
It's not me. Must be her mother.
I mean, honestly, both of you kind of do a little bit, but it might be slightly more.
Her attitude's her mother. Most certainly her mother.
Addie's not here to defend herself.
Nope,
Junior host Addie Dayton.
Junior host Addie
is not here to defend herself.
She's shopping right now. That's what she's doing.
Is she?
You know what she wants to do tonight, Steven?
What I can only imagine.
Well,
build a new barn for more animals.
No, not a new barn. But my wife has decided that we are going to redo the entire house. And our house is small, if you've ever been to our house. It's only like a bedroom and a half, bathroom, and a living room. There's a basement. But she wants to redo the entire thing. So she wants to move everything. She wants the living room to go into the back room, which is technically the bedroom, and the bedroom to move out to the living room, put a divider there, and then the playroom to move. And so we were ordering totes, and she's currently at the furniture store because she's like, I need this bookshelf thingy that needs to be built tonight. And she goes, I want it tonight. Like, I don't want to like order it later this week. I want it there tonight. So she's finding something to put up against the wall. So we are in full mode when I get home from like 6 o'clock to whenever we get done.
I've been to your house, and I'm hearing the way that you're describing how she wants it, and I'll refrain from stating my opinion.
It's gonna be a lot of work.
I'm so sorry.
It's gonna be a lot of work. I can see her vision.
Okay.
And I like changing things up from time to time, but this is a lot of change.
See, I don't have to be diplomatic. I'll just say that I'll have to believe it when I see it. So.
It's a lot of change.
Sure. Fair enough. Okay. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun. Yeah. The next audio-only podcast, I will give you an update on.
I'm excited.
It might even be done, but how we record the next podcast?
And hey, there's nothing
It might not even be done yet.
There's nothing that says that, in the audio-only podcast, just for fun, we can't throw some images in there, if we want. Again, I'm already making more work for myself in the editing process.
I am going to miss, though. So the one podcast that I want to still happen with video is I want another water tasting podcast.
Why? So we can immediately just regret our decisions for giving Dasani the best.
Yeah.
The best award.
I've had conversations with people. I said I was at Walmart or an event one day, and I was like, "Hey, we're drinking bottles of water," and this person who I know now said that they don't like water. Like, they don't like the taste of water. I'm like,
okay.
Interesting. Like the water. I don't need water for water. They hate water, so they drink. It has to be flavored with something. So we got on the topic of Dasani, and it was a universal agreement of everybody in the little circle that we were talking to that Dasani is terrible.
Right.
But then I got talking on the podcast and how we had actually ranked Dasani pretty high, and so.
So I feel like in that particular taste test, I think we need to do a better job of properly curating how we're doing it, because there's a couple things that we didn't have. Now, this sounds weird because it's water. We didn't have any palate cleansers. I know that sounds weird, but if we're trying to get a taste of water, we didn't have any palate cleansers.
Fair enough. My question would be, what would be that palate cleanser?
We'll do research.
Okay.
I know for some other taste tests, some people smell coffee beans, which can kind of reset things a little bit.
For perfume.
Correct.
Yeah. So.
It doesn't necessarily mean it wouldn't work, so we'll do some research on that, how to do palate cleansing for water. Also, I think in general, I think we should probably have a little bit more of a sample. I think the sample size was too small because, one of my main reasons for thinking that Dasani would fail is because I've had full bottles of Dasani. And you start drinking Dasani and it just has that weird irony, whatever taste is to it, right? But here's the thing. The first sip isn't bad.
Okay.
And I also think that the bottle, the actual plastic of the bottle does play a role into it. Even though it was poured from said bottle into another cup, I think just the actual taste of the plastic probably does have some sort of effect on it.
See, that's hard because if you were going to taste test with the bottle, if you feel the bottle, you could Dasani bottles are different.
But that's why I'm thinking. We need just more of it.
More of the water.
You know what I mean? So. More of the actual water.
So
itself.
I have a question for them, the listeners.
Okay.
Okay. So we did this water taste test, and we kept the bottles of water that were open. So we opened them up, poured the water, and put the lid back on.
I know where he's going.
Exactly. And we kept them in the office, just with the lid on, tightly sealed, nothing was getting in them. And then we came back to the studio to do other photographs or whatever. I don't know what we were doing. Well, multiple times actually. And I drank said water. I was thirsty. And Stephen did not like that I drank said water that had already been opened, but it was sitting there with the cap on. So my question to the audience in the comments are, is that okay? Or is that water somehow tainted where it's non-drinkable? As soon as you open it, you can't finish it.
So
weeks later.
I
it was 8 months later, but
it was probably 8 months. I just felt if you have a bottle of water and the cap has been, the seal has been broken on it and has been sitting there for 8 months, I just personally was like, I don't want to drink that. Now, to be fair, I was thinking it more in the context of it sitting in a car, possibly the sun This is just my own thought process, just so you understand where I'm thought. I will say, I haven't told you this yet. I have since relaxed on that philosophy a lot more since our conversation, and because I know I shouldn't be wasting the plastic and spending money on it when I have a filter. But it's a lot more convenient for me. I just buy packs of bottles of water.
Yeah,
That's how I don't want to drink the tap. I don't want to drink from the tap, and it's convenient also. Like, well, I'm leaving the house. I'd rather just take a bottle of water with me. But because of that, I have just a graveyard of like half drank bottles of water around my apartment. And since our conversation, before I go and get a new bottle of water, I usually now finish those, even if they've been sitting there for a day or two. So maybe that's disgusting to some of you, like I would have been previously disgusted. Or maybe you're just like, yeah, you don't waste water, just drink it.
Which is, this is a really obscure topic we're talking about. But
do you know this show?
True, absolutely. So, which gets me thinking about the actual. So we buy the full bottles of water, usually the Great Value brand at Walmart because they're the cheapest. It's like $3.48 for a pack of like 24.
It's actually a surprisingly good tasting bottle of water.
It's a good bottle of water, but. Like I also waste. Like, you know, you drink a half a bottle of water, you don't finish the bottle of water, it sits there in your car, and then you throw it away. I threw 2 bottles of water away in my car this morning because they were just sitting there in the car. So my point is, like, the smaller water bottles are more convenient because you can drink the smaller mini bottles a lot easier, and there's less waste because you drink a half a bottle of water, throw it away. But they're more expensive. So there's like a trade-off. There's a trade-off there. But I always found myself leaning towards the big bottles that are cheaper, but then I end up wasting.
I rarely, if I'm driving in the car, rarely do I find myself only drinking part of a bottle of water.
Fair enough.
So yeah, if I'm at my home, there's more of that chance. But like I said, I've straightened that part out, and they don't go to waste.
This is a water bottle topic, but like the last video episode is an interesting topic.
I just feel like we're covering a lot of different things, which was kind of
We
my
are.
thought. Like we can just cover whatever, you know, and we can talk about previous episodes and.
What was your favorite?
We've asked this question a million times.
What was your favorite episode?
I don't know. At this point, I don't even know. I mean, the kids episode is like my own personal magnum opus of like editing.
Yeah,
but
that was a hard one.
I mean, I think that's probably. I mean, it got like the absolute most views of any other episode.
It's true.
So you can judge based on that. And that was like fun to record. It was a pain to edit, but it was. I mean, I'm really happy with the result. I always go back to like just there's the fun episodes, you know, like the Ryan Reynolds makes steaks episode and all those, and then there's the taste tests and the games that we played and stuff like that, which are fun, and then there's also just like the good conversations that we've had. You know, I really liked the talk with the police officer, the Frostburg City cop that we had on, Tyler Davis. I really liked that conversation. I really liked the one with my uncle, the immigrant from Haiti.
That was one of my favorite ones.
There's no shortage of great topics, and you know, not to. I think it's harder to stand out a little bit, like when you've been on the podcast multiple times.
Yeah.
Like here, we've had Trevor McCabe and Aiden Sensabaugh on quite a few times. It's like all of those conversations are sort of blending together, so it's hard to pick out like just one from there. You know, all of those have been great, obviously. It's hard to pick. I could probably easier pick a least favorite episode than I could do that. But what comes to your mind?
I don't know what comes to my mind. All the episodes I think were fantastic. The one with your uncle from Haiti, that was a really good episode, and that was in the old.
It was in the old
studio.
I think we still have more episodes that we recorded there than we recorded here.
I believe that. It was it was a cadence, like every night, once a week, every night we'd go there. I was thinking tangentially here, but based on the episodes and the views and things. I used to track the trajectory of the views in the podcast. I think the trend line has never gone negative. I think the trend line itself has always trended in the positive direction. Now some episodes have been lower than others.
Right.
But I think the trend line has always gone positive since the inception of the podcast to now. Now there's been a pretty big break since the last episode.
Correct.
But if week after week or month after month or whatever you want to look at, the trend line has always gone up.
Sure.
Which is really good. It's just good.
Yeah, it is. I think at some point we're just doing. I mean, we're doing this for our own personal enjoyment. We're trying to grow it as much as we, we're happy when it grows, but also it's like neither of us are doing this for a living.
No.
So, but yeah. I am interested in the question now. What is there an episode that comes to mind that is your least favorite? Doesn't mean it's a bad episode. But like anything like least
favorite episode.
I'll go first while you think.
Okay.
For me personally, it's got to be. There's kind of a lot of things surrounding why this is. It's got to be the first taste test episode that we did. It was a 2-parter.
Okay.
The second part took like I don't know, like a month or two to come out after the first part, because in the interim time I got COVID, and so it was our first taste test. It wasn't the first one we did. It was the second one. It was like the like start of season 2 or whatever it was, I think. And so we did that, and we didn't have the way to do the taste tests down to a science. I think because we're trying to guess what things were, but they were non-name brand items from the Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree.
So it was kind of hard to. I think it was actually like the night that we recorded that episode that I think I got COVID, and then the editing just took forever on it, or something like that. So just I think all around it was. I personally wasn't as excited about the pacing of the editing. There's a difference between him and I. His problems that he might have with an episode are not the same problems. My problems are usually within the editing that I do for the episode.
Usually the audio.
Yes, usually the audio. I've come to just not care anymore.
The lapel DJI mics have been an asset too.
They have been. I tell you what's actually been more of an asset than these, which I haven't even talked about. It is adobe.podcast.com. And you throw your audio in there, and it uses AI to like automatically level things and make things better sounding. It's not foolproof, but it's a billion times better than me trying to do it myself. So that's actually one of the reasons. In addition to these mics, that's actually one of the reasons that the audio has been better.
I don't think I can call out a particular episode that I did not enjoy. However, I can agree with the food taste testing. Like that was challenging because we didn't have name brand stuff. So
it was new.
It was hard. But do you remember? We actually have. This is our third technical studio. We recorded the first how many?
I technically think of it as 4, but yes, I know what you mean.
Okay.
Yes, the first 2 episodes we recorded in your old apartment.
In my apartment, yeah. We had like a table there with a laptop and camera. I don't know what did we even film? A phone? We didn't film on the phone, didn't we?
We filmed on phones. I mean, we filmed on phones for the majority. Even in this very studio, we were still filming on phones.
Yeah, we were.
But I mean, we were on like, I think one of them was like still like a Samsung S6 or something like that.
Yeah, it was old. It was old. It was old. Then we upgraded to the S20 and the S24, and yeah.
Yeah.
I think we filmed on every phone that we have in our repertoire except for my Google Pixel.
How new is your Google Pixel?
Well, I have had 2 Pixels now, but I don't.
See, on your new Google Pixel, we haven't filmed. On the old one, I know we did.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I know the differences in the footage, and I'm like, I remember that was setting up the camera. I have been impressed with your Google Pixel camera.
Google Pixel's nice.
So it's good.
If you want a new phone, Google Pixel, the 10 Pro I think's out, man. It's a very good phone. I recommend it to anybody.
I'm looking at the Z Flip.
Anything but Apple.
Anything but Apple.
As long as it's Android, it's good.
Yeah. Yes.
Which we've had this conversation before.
We have. I will say I'm not as hateful towards Apple as I used to be, but there was that one time we filmed an angle for the podcast with Addie's phone, Addie's iPhone.
Yes.
And I know her camera quality is not that bad. Whatever happened, maybe I just set the settings wrong because I'm not as familiar with it. Maybe there was a problem with, maybe they got like, compressed in the downloading of the footage, but it was the absolute worst footage that I've ever seen for any of the episodes.
And that was an Apple X. It was tagged as the 10 at that point. It
wasn't an old phone.
No,
old by now standards, but not for the time.
Yeah,
so it was kind of bizarre, but yeah. And like I said, I don't think there's a single episode that I haven't enjoyed in some capacity. Even the taste test episodes, the early ones were certainly fun, but we've learned. So I mean, we had your podcast or your apartment. for the first set.
Yes.
And then I know technically, so the second and third sets, if you will, they were in the same building.
True.
But there was the one where we had the table set up, the poster behind us, and we just used the overhead lights and whatnot. And then we did switch the lighting around for that, so that was like 2.5, where we had like the colored lights and the lamps on the floor and everything. And then we rebuilt, which looked very similar to this. It's the same wood that we used, to where we had these chairs, and that was kind of like set 3, version 3, I like to think. And then moving to here, this is set 4.
And we had the sign on the wall. We had the sounding foam squares.
That never worked.
Never did anything.
I finally
for
threw
us.
those out the other day, by the way. I've been keeping them in here for just like whatever reason.
I don't know why you would even need them anymore, but like, we had them. We thought they would look cool and they would do something with the sound and audio, and they did
absolutely nothing. Well, they just fell off. Well, the old version of the set had our TV.
Yeah, it did.
Monitor up there, which I think was cool.
Which is cool because I remember bringing the laptop every Wednesday or whatever, and we had it plugged in so we could put it up on the screen.
Yep.
The logo, which was cool.
I think when we build this next, I don't know why I want to do this. Whenever we build this set again, however long it is, whether it's next year or 2054, I think it would be cool to have an actual well, first of all, I think it would be cooler to have it a little bit taller and a little bit wider so that we can do more wide angles. And I also think that it would be cool to have like a wall actually here that maybe, I don't know why I think this would look cool, but have like turf on it and then like a screen recessed built into the screen. I don't know why. I just think it would add a little pop of color. Maybe that's just literally just me and it wouldn't be cool to anybody else.
We should build a foldable one. Like we
should have planned better.
Should have.
You know,
if we would have framed it out better and we had the time to actually do it properly, we could have built each quadrant in and put hinges and so that we could fold together and
fold it up.
Just take it. Now it'd be heavy, but it would be transportable.
Put it on wheels.
And all you need at that point is a wall to open it up and tack it against. Next time, if we find a place, if we find a place to do it.
You know my biggest regret with this podcast set that we never did is snip off those dang screws. You can't see it on camera, but there's literally exposed screws. When we were recording the kids episode, we were like, "Do not go behind the chair," because this one's not exposed, but it's still sticking out. There's literally sharp and exposed screws because I guess at the old version of this set, these would have been screwed in the other side.
Yeah, it was backwards. So, we need the boards the other way to fit, and yeah.
When we were transporting,
some of the screws were.
When we tore it down at the old building.
That one doesn't have one. It don't have anything even in it.
Oh, you're right.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Oh, it does. There's one. I thought there was something around here that didn't. And when we tore this down at the old building, we labeled every single one of these planks, so we would put them in the back of the same place. And they got so mixed up. We were just like, forget this, and we just put them all in a random order to put them back up here. So it does look different, but you can't really see it on camera. But like up here, you can still see some of our writing. R1,
R6, RL.
It did not go the same way.
Nope.
But yep. So it served its purpose. I'm happy with how we did the lights behind here. I've always thought that looked cool.
Dude, I'm still thinking treehouse.
Did a good job. Yeah, we'll come back in the future when
this in a treehouse would be so cool.
We have so many listeners that we can afford to pay an editor that isn't me, and
Yeah, but like a film studio in a treehouse would be so cool.
It would be cool.
I'm gonna build one. It's my Christmas project. I give me my Christmas gift. I ask for Christmas.
I was gonna say Christmas project or Christmas gift.
Maybe a Christmas gift.
Different thing.
Have someone buy me this plot. I'll build it. I'll build the treehouse. Like about just maybe a little hint smaller than this room. I mean maybe like 8 by 8.
It's got to be a little bit.
10 by 10, maybe 10 by 10. 10 by 10. Or it could even be 10. Or it could even be 12 by 8. Make it a little longer. Make it a little longer.
If you ever want to film in it, it's got to be a little bit longer than that.
How big is this room here? What, 12 by 1?
You're asking me for numbers.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And 4, 8, 12, 3, 15. 15 by 12.
Here. Since they're coming down anyway, one fun thing for like 2 episodes. So we have new actual like studio lights that I was gifted graciously by an old boss of mine.
Nice.
Prior to that, I was working on building my own lights because I was tired of the other ones we were using. These are cake pan lights, and I don't think anything's plugged in here.
That's pretty cool. Where did we get this from? That's pretty cool.
I bought that at... This is the weirdest episode ever. I bought that... You know what? You guys are seeing the behind the scenes. It doesn't matter. I don't even know how this is going to get edited.
It's cool.
But, hold on. There we go. Yep. It's the old lights that we used, which were just bulbs, and I ripped them out of their metal casings. And by ripped, I mean I used a Dremel. And I jury-rigged them here with tape and a shower curtain and some clamps. And for like one episode maybe, or one of the portions of the kids episode, that was our lighting setup. So,
When you have no budget, this is what you get.
When you have no budget, you get what you get.
This is cool.
I thought it was cool. I thought, you know.
Oh yeah.
So that's something I got at my work convention this year.
At
And
the
it's
flea
my
market?
last- yeah, the flea market. Yeah,
Huh.
and
No painting.
huh?
No painting.
No painting. And so I was
That's
like,
cool.
you know, I needed one more thing because it's my last year at that event. Thought it would look cool on the podcast.
Which
I
you-
didn't know we wouldn't have it anymore. Yeah. Well, it's been fun, Jonathan.
That's been fun.
I will still see you, of course.
I was gonna say this is like separation here.
This isn't separate. It's separate.
It's a breakup.
It's separation
See ya.
for them, Jonathan. They're never going to see us like this ever again. That's not true. But yeah, so we've enjoyed it. We've had fun. You know, at some point, I'm sure, even if we're not on an actual set, we'll probably do some sort of video episode again.
100%.
100%. But enjoy the coming episodes with audio only. I'm wondering how long are we going to do the intro? Are we going to have like the video intro? Or these are all questions
If you
that
hate
you
it-
already know the answer to.
And if you
'cause,
hate audio
you know,
only, tell us too.
you know,
'cause then we can-
yeah.
Hopefully you'll like it because we want to do audio only because it's easier. But
I mean, here's the thing.
if you hate it, and you tell
Well,
us.
even if you do hate it, here's the thing. I think he and I just enjoy having conversations
We
with
do.
people.
This is
So, and like that's like the thing I think that we haven't been able to do as much.
This honestly was the outlet for like years. Like it was school and work and school and work. So
Right.
This is where you can come and just talk about random stuff with people that you like.
Right.
Some people.
Some
most
people you don't.
Most people you like, right?
Trying to think of any.
Aiden was on the podcast.
I mean, Aiden, dear goodness. Speaking of Aiden, there was that one episode that we had to just not air at all.
There's been a couple episodes that have been either
They're
really
shelved.
really redacted.
There was some bad comedy in some episodes. I mean,
I remember the exact episode you're talking
oh
referring
dear
to.
goodness, that would play so much worse even now.
Oh, 100%.
It was bad back then. It would play
100%.
so much worse
100%.
now. Love you, Aiden. All right. Well, let us know down in the comments what you think about anything we talked about, and you know, we hope to see you, Jonathan. What are you loving right now?
What am I loving right now?
This is the thing I've tried to start forever, and I just always forget to do it.
McDonald's Monopoly is back.
Really? That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Is it better that McDonald's Monopoly is back, or would you like the McRib? Monopoly or McRib?
I'm not a McRib fan.
Well, there you go.
I mean, it's okay, but like I'm just not going to go there for McRib. McDonald's Monopoly is back now. I don't like that's not on like it used to be on like everything, but like there's only select things you have to buy now. But I'm not a overwhelming McDonald's fan, but I often find myself at McDonald's because it's the most convenient, and when it's late at night and there's nothing else to eat, and McDonald's is like 2 minutes from where I live, that's where I end up. So that's what I'm liking right now.
I feel like Love's Truck Stop would be closer to where you live than McDonald's.
McDonald's is at Love Truck Stop.
You're blowing my mind right now.
Yes. There's
You're right.
a McDonald's and a Subway at Love's Truck Stop. So like Love's Truck Stop is like the place where I go. So when I need food, it's Dollar General or Sheetz because that's the closest thing to where I live, or Love's, which happens to be Subway at McDonald's. Nothing else out our way where I live. Now I'm only 10 minutes from Cumberland, so it's not that far. But
I'm loving the Izod selection of sweaters at Kohl's right now. That's what I'm loving.
Izod selection.
This is a
That's
Calvin Klein polo,
okay.
but no, they have some.
we have
just
matching blue.
fantastic-
We have matching blue Izod polos.
We do.
The light blue
We do. I
ones.
thought you got rid of yours.
I might have given it to somebody. We at least had.
We did have one that was
matching light
we
blue
never
Izod
wore it
polos.
on the same episode.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Well, as always, it's been a long time. I don't remember what I say anymore. As always, we don't have an outro, I guess is what I usually say. I thought we say just like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And, we'll update you in the future. Hopefully you're seeing this before Thanksgiving. And if not, hopefully you're seeing... See, I'm just gonna record all the different ones. Hopefully you're seeing this before Thanksgiving. Next one. Hopefully you're seeing this before Christmas. Hopefully you're seeing this before Easter. And hopefully one of those was correct. And then, we'll move it to audio only, and we'll be back sometime soon. So, as always, we do not have an outro. And as of the next episode, we do not have a video at all. We'll see you later.